Well, hello, everybody. Thank you again for joining us for our daily devotion on experiencing God's presence for January 2nd. Starts off with Isaiah 66:1. Where will my resting place be? That's the question that Isaiah asked. In context, it comes across as a rhetorical question, a divine scoff at the idea that God might need a human-built home. But we know the heart behind creation, the desire of a God who does choose resting places for himself. His presence once filled a tabernacle, then a temple, and then the flesh of his own people. Oh, do you like that? His presence once filled the tabernacle, Old Testament, then the temple, New Testament, and then the flesh of his own people after Acts chapter 2. Scripture insists on a mind-boggling reality. Not only did God incarnate himself in Jesus, he continues to do so in us. It seems to be a radical contradiction of Scripture, then, that so many of us lament the distance of God as often as we do. Sometimes he seems close, but for people who are meant to be inhabited by the Holy Presence, capital P, we too often have to wonder where he is. His nearness becomes for us a mere theological principle rather than an experience. Why? This is going to be the key. One reason may be that some of us fear closeness. What will God disapprove of or require of us when we encounter him? We can be awfully insecure about his intentions. But the more common reason is that we don't pursue his presence as zealously as we pursue other things in life. We are distracted by lesser goals and forget what's available to us. In other words, we don't have a strong sense of his presence because we don't ask for it. Spend some time today thinking and asking. Offer yourself as a resting place for him to enjoy. God did not create you and then redeem you in order to keep his distance. He designed you for intimacy deeper than you can imagine. Whatever your relationship with him has been like recently, he is inviting you more deeply into that intimacy. Take him up on that offer. Ask him to come as close as he wants to. Lord, let me be your resting place. I offer myself to you and invite you to remove anything that stands in the way. Come close to me, as close as you desire. Yeah, again, I've just always appreciated this devotional. Why do we feel distance from God? Why does he sometimes not feel as close? He lists two reasons. One is that we might fear the closeness that God might require us to change. So sometimes God feels far away because we're afraid to draw near to him because he might want us to change some things. And the second reason that he gave is that we just don't go after it zealously. You know, it has some intentionality on our part. We are distracted by lesser goals and forget what's available to us. In other words, we don't have a strong sense of a presence because we don't ask for it. So, all right. So I love that part that God, his presence was in the tabernacle, then the temple, and now it's in us. So that's a promise that we need to claim and appropriate, take hold of. So, all right, by not fearing him and then being more intentional about our pursuit of him. So, all right, thanks so much. Take care. God bless. Bye.